good, and I think sometimes you have to change your approach when you come up against quality teams like Dortmund, certainly away from home. Yeah, it was a sore one. It was a long night, certainly for the Celtic players and the Celtic supporters. And I just thought they were so wide open, Paul, and they played into Borussia Dortmund's hands. And I think if you asked the Dortmund players, I think they would have been surprised the way that Celtic certainly set up, because, as I said, far too much space for the Dortmund players. And when you give very good players space and time, they're going to do one thing, and that's hurt you.
Peter, we've got to hear from the manager. He said he wouldn't have changed things. Did you think he might change things during the game?
It's the only thing you can do differently, Paul, is sit a little bit deeper and break from there.
Yeah.
And Celtic have done that before, remember, and been beat 5 or 6. You know, so that he has on the front foot. He's wanting the team to play and put it under pressure. I am saying to you now, the first goal summed it up really when the ball was played long from the goalkeeper under pressure for Kyogo, but the team's open, so the first ball drops in at the striker, as I said to you, and then all of a sudden they're running at you, and when they've got that pace, you're not going to catch them. No disrespect, nobody in Scotland's got that pace to play against Celtic, so you can get back to them in that arena. Adeyemi and that all can run, Gittins can run, Giresse can run, but you've got Brandt, who caused the biggest problem, I felt, because he just went into areas that made it so difficult to pick up. But also the fact, if you went to pick him up, the other boys were intelligent enough to make the runs off him, and that's what good players do, and that can happen to you. Yeah, it's all right to say close the door and whatever. Listen, defend from in to out, maybe slightly different, because I think too many times Adeyemi and Gittins get inside both fullbacks, and then that causes a problem.
Yeah, I just thought, like, after when Dortmund scored the second goal, it was like waves of attack, and I just thought it's a stage on the pitch. That's when, like, a Callum McGregor should say to Bernardo and Engels, hey, in here, don't move, pull your two wingers back as well, and say to Taylor and Johnson, don't move, because they were just inviting pressure every single time Dortmund got the ball. So that's what surprised me during the game.
And do you think Carter Vickers might have coached them differently during the game?
Yeah, well, he's got the experience, Paul. I think he would have probably have pulled his fullbacks and said, hey, listen, I know we play a certain way, but see, at this moment in time, we're under severe pressure. Sit in, and he'd be doing that to the midfielders as well. So a bit of communication on the pitch at times, because you can sense it sometimes at the side when granted he's been a manager a longer time than I was, but you can sense it. But sometimes the manager can't get his message across. That's when I think players on the pitch need to then take control of the situation and say, right, do you know what, we ain't moving for 5 or 10 minutes.